Justin.
Yeah, just a little bit. If you just caught that, a big wave just hit us. This is Sarasota Bay right now. You can see the winds have really picked up out here.
Anywhere from 1 to even 3 feet. Slide just a little bit further north to the northwest. And it's putting it in here right around 2 o'clock in the morning.
This is the part that was facing the road. That would cause a lot of damage to your car.
Just a little while ago, it was showing just a slight indication. Not really seeing anything substantial. Let's zoom in just a tad bit closer so we can see this. So this is just to the south of Arcadia. You can see this very blatant line that moves in right as we head into Friday. That's a cold front. Sunday, northerly winds 15 to 20 knots. So not going to be the best time to be out on the waters. Just right behind us, we can see it's a beautiful night here in Sarasota. And as we are going to the rest of your night hours, expect it to be perfectly fine. Hat, sunglasses, sunscreen. Find some shade and limit time outside. You can burn into up to about 10 minutes. Whew, folks, it is heavy air. As you take a step outside, you can feel the moisture. It's like we're down in the Everglades stepping into the swamp, and got a little bit more widespread as it tapped into some of that sea breeze. Speaking of red tide, here's the latest on those samples. This came in on Friday. You can see still seeing moderate to even high levels along Siesta Key. Percy meteor shower, one of the best meteor showers. You want to look towards the north. Again, this will be the best time, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Some drier weather up into Tampa, here in Sarasota, just a tad muggy. And a lot of times on the back end side of that low pressure center, we get a lot of moisture wrapped up in there.
Take a look right now at Havana, Cuba. Usually this hour we're taking a look at Anna Maria Island with EarthCam and cool today, but instead we go to Havana, and there's a reason for it because Elsa is expected over there tonight or early tomorrow. Is that right, Justin? What's the timing?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, that camera should look pretty interesting as we head into, say, late tonight.
A little shaky, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a little shaky. We might have to check back in with them at 11 o'clock tonight because that should start to change as it starts to make its way over Cuba. Really, tonight and into your Monday, that's where we're going to start seeing it move over Cuba, and then it's going to be heading its way closer towards the Sun Coast as we head into late Monday night into Tuesday. Taking a look at that watch box, you can see in the pink shaded area, that is the new tropical storm watch that is in effect for the entire Sun Coast region. So this goes all the way from Tampa Bay down into Naples and all the way to the Keys. In fact, the Keys under a tropical storm warning at this point. This pinkish purple color, that is a storm surge watch. We are possibly going to see a storm surge with this storm, and it's saying right now the maximum that we would see would be between 2 to 4 feet. That is if it gets caught during a high tide time. So if you're in folks in the zone A area, that would be the ones that would most likely impact. Of course, we're just in a watch right now. We're keeping an eye on this, which that watch means that conditions are possible in the next 48 hours. But once it goes warning, that means it's in the less 36 hours. Here's a look at Elsa this evening right now. Just gliding off across the coast, the southwest coast of Cuba. Again, it's going to continue to make its way across the coast and then eventually start to shift itself to a little bit more to the north. Right now, wind speeds at 60 miles per hour. So winds have died off a little bit. Where wind speed movement is too also very slowed down. Northwest at 14 miles per hour at this point. Here's a look at all those plots. You know, we've been watching these day by day to see how they're going to come together. They're still tracking it pretty much right over Havana and going to be moving it right up along the Keys. And then you notice right now, most of them trying to shift this riding along our coast and then taking a turn somewhere around Tampa Bay, moving into what we like to call the armpit of Florida or the nature coast. That area is kind of where it looks like it's going to start to try to track itself. However, there's a lot to this too that we're going to break down. Here's a look at that cone of uncertainty, which is becoming a little bit more certain. Again, moving over Cuba as we go into really more so early Monday morning, around 2 o'clock in the morning, going to be making its way over Cuba. We should start to see those impacts tonight. Then moving across the Keys as we move into your Monday. And in fact, here along the Sun Coast, we may start already seeing some of the impacts late Monday night into your Tuesday. By Tuesday afternoon, that's when we would want to see or likely see the most peak wind gusts as well as those heavier rainfall amounts. Here's a look at that picture as a whole. As it moves continue to the north, it should continue to weaken, but might pick up a little intensity as it goes over the Gulf. Here is the European model. You notice, so it tries to open it up and become more of an open wave, but as it goes across the Gulf, seeing if it can pick up enough intensity to maintain its closeness. But right now, the European trying to shift it right closer towards Tampa Bay, bringing some of those heavy rainfall amounts. Let's talk about the winds and rain that we could see here along the coast. As that storm tracks across Cuba, you can see though purple shaded, that's that 50 mile per hour plus range. And actually, this European model really tracking it and holding it right along our coast and bringing those heavy winds. Remember the other day when I was telling you about those quadrants of a hurricane or a tropical storm? If we break that down into that four corner, you can see that right-hand side. That's where we're seeing those stronger winds, which is what we're watching for as we head into especially Tuesday. It'll glide up to the north and they'll be out of here by Wednesday night. Rainfall amounts, well, they're kind of all over the board. Still several days out for this, but let's take a look just early in advance. You can see rainfall totals. Well, this latest run, is actually quite impressive. In fact, the last one was showing most folks around 3 inches. So we'll continue to keep an eye on this as we go into the next couple of days. And outside right now, out in Berkey Yacht Club, we are expecting a quiet night across the region. Don't expect really too much as far as goes as rain showers. Should be dry. Here's a little bit of that rain right now. Now we do still have that flood warning in effect for Manatee River over on to the north. But as we go into the night, we're staying dry. Here comes some of those bands as we go into Monday night. There's some of the heavy downpours. That's the rain for tomorrow. Here comes Tuesday. Tuesday morning, seeing some of that. Then as we go into Tuesday afternoon and evening, that's when we'll see more so the blunt of that wind possible. If you're heading out on the waters, use caution if you're heading into late night. In fact, you want to head back into the shore as we head into the night hours. That's when those winds really pick up and it becomes much more choppy outside. But we'll continue to keep an eye on the tropics as we go into Tuesday. Wednesday should clear out of here by the time we head into really late Wednesday into Thursday. Otherwise, keeping those scattered rain chances into the end of the week. Of course, we're going to keep you updated on air, online, and on your mobile device. Kevin?